Greetings, UAW Local 31. Dante Wilson here with our Financial Secretary, Leonardo Carrillo, here for our September update. This is our commitment to keeping this membership informed and just making sure that everybody stays in the loop. I know we got plenty of changes and plenty of things to talk about. So I will, with no further ado, hand it over to Leo for a quick message from our Financial Secretary. Leo.
All right. Thank you. Greetings, brothers and sisters. I just want to kind of touch base with you guys in regards to union dues, how it'll be working out this month. So I know a lot of folks will be coming back to work this month. So just keep in mind, if you were laid off and your sub dues have been pulled earlier in the month, the balance of your regular dues will be coming out. And also, in regards to the wage increase, the 3% wage increase, that will also be reflected in your union dues. So once again, if you're coming back to work and your sub dues have been pulled, then the balance of your regular dues will be coming out once you come back to work. So just bear that in mind and remember that's going to happen. So other than that, that's all I got. Once again, thank you to the brothers and sisters who participated in the Jefferson City rally. We had a busload of folks go out there. We had some retirees. Appreciate them showing up. We had a couple different locals, UAW locals, participate, and it's very important that we stay engaged and be active in the community and show our support for what we need to get done out there. So.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. We sent a bus, Local 2249 sent a bus, Local 2250 had a busload of folks. We had members from Local 93, which is the old Leeds plant. Those brothers and sisters retired, came on over. As well as Local 710. So it was a huge day for a very legitimate, real cause. I mean, the legislator in Missouri has been not just trying to redistrict to get a labor-friendly congressman out of our district, right? Or not our district in Kansas, but our district, especially in Claycomo, where the 249 plant is. And, you know, let's face it, we do have members that live in Missouri. So not only were they redistricting or attempting to redistrict him out of that district, they are trying to repeal laws and stipulations that were already voted on, like the minimum wage, like the paid sick leave. You know, every year it seems like we're back up facing against right to work in Missouri, which is something that was voted on and petitioned by the members of Missouri, the residents of Missouri, almost a 60% clip. Yet the Missouri legislator keeps trying to repeal that. So that's the why. Right. Damn it, if folks vote for it, then it should be so. So you know, I don't understand it, but that's why we had to go and do what we had to do, and we put 1,000 or more folks up there and walking those legislative halls, letting them know that this is unacceptable. So thank you to everybody that participated. I love the spirit of activism that we've had here at Local 31 and abroad.
September 1st too.
Yep.
Labor Day rally. It's pretty.
Yep, beautiful turnout on both of those events. So let's keep that energy up. And this is this is what democracy looks like. That's what this is all about. So I'll jump right in. Our shop chairman is noticeably missing here. He is handling some union business as well as some personal business. So I will try to just fill in on some of the information that he's already put out via the shop report and an update video that he did via the interwebs. So return to work, first shift. We'll start with first shift. Body shop, final process. They return to work September 15. Body shop, final process, September 15. All team leaders, regardless of shift, all team leaders, September 22. September 22, all team leaders, regardless of shift. Those are on first shift hours, I do believe. Paint shop, September 29. Paint shop, September 29. Everybody else, there is a first shift employee, GA. Everybody else, GA, October 6. All right? Everybody else in GA, trim, chassis, whatever the case may be, October 6. Now, I know there's some questions about material and And quality. I would say, I think that the brother talked about this in one of the videos, but if you are supporting a department, that is, you go back with that department, right? But to be sure, if you are unaware, unsure, you have not been contacted by General Motors, because it is General Motors' job to let their employees know when and where and what time they return to work. We are just doing this as a supplement because we give a damn about making sure that you get yourselves back to work on time and you know where you need to be. But it is ultimately their job to do their job, which is inform their employees of where they're supposed to be. But if you have not been informed, reach out to us. Let's get you with your committeeman and make sure that your specific instance that you good to go, okay? But that is all first shift. Now second shift employees, anybody that is a second shift employee, the TLO reset date for second shift is going to be November 10th. That date changed. Used to be October 13th. It is no longer that. It is November 10th. Okay? Now, when you're coming to work, what specific people are coming back, and when they're going to stagger in, or if they're going to stagger in, that is General Motors' job to inform you, okay? They said that that's what they're going to do, whether that's ANS or another mechanism. But November 10th is the date that everybody on second shift is going to come back if you're eligible to be back, all right? Now, what that looks like, that is General Motors' job to make sure that they inform folks that are or are not for whatever reason, okay? And whatever those hours are going to be. But November 10th is the date. All right. Think we got through that? Think we did good. All right. So let's get to the improvements. So far, roof. Roof is done. The west wall is all sealed and waterproof. That's no longer going to be sliding all over the place. The coping cap is still in process. They're cutting the sheet metal, so they're still working on that. But the roof is ultimately just about buttoned up, so we're not getting rain inside, which is great. The outside doors, that has already started with a couple of them. All of them have not been done just yet, so they're going to just kind of get those done as they get parts in and get the doors in. Some are going to get replaced, some are going to be repaired, but that process has already started and it's pretty much scheduled. Office lighting, actually just got a call today for the office lighting. They have got that coming in, so we'll be all good to go there. They're starting to get in this week, and into next week they'll be popping in those lights. How long that's going to take is a very good question. I don't know it, but we are moving forward with that. And ultimately, we're looking at the PT room. We did have some conversations at the last union meeting about renting out that PT room. That conversation has ceased. We are now just going to look at turning that into another mechanism for our membership, as a kind of a learning center over here, or work center over. Is it work center or learning center? I always get them mixed up. The computer lab. It's going to be like a computer lab over here for the membership, where you can take care of whatever you need to do. Print out whatever. It'll be a comfortable space with some computers that you guys can utilize for whatever means. Parking lot. We are down to a few bids for their fully union bids. Still kind of deciding whether it's going to be a repair, a full replacement, or a patch. So that's kind of the next conversation for this membership, and to kind of decide how much we want to dig in on this. But that has got to get done this year, so we're running out of a little time here, but we wanted to get through some of the other, like the roof and other major components first. Few other events that we've had over the last month or so. Make-A-Wish golf tournament in conjunction with General Motors was a great success, great participation. We raised some substantial money for the Make-A-Wish family that we brought in. So great job there. Effective Educator and UAW 101, which was done by the Education Committee. It was a beautiful, beautiful 3 days. The region was extremely pleased. The regional education coordinator was extremely pleased with not just the facility, but the folks here at UAW Local 31. So if you participated in that, thank you. And give a huge shout out to the education committee. They did a fantastic job putting that together and ultimately kind of giving that coursework on Wednesday too. So UAW 101 was a pretty damn good, big success. Ordination certification, that was the chaplaincy committee. That was beautiful, guys. Absolutely beautiful. We had roughly 20 or so folks that contribute to that actually ended up going through the program and getting certified. Chaplaincy committee did a fantastic job. I want to give a special thanks to some of the international folks that came down, international and regional, Miss Cynthia Harris, Dan Candlebiner, Brother Herb Taylor, Randall Willis, Daryl Stewart. And I do want to give a special shout out to Ms. Sherry Gillis Clark, the chair of our local chaplaincy committee, who put in a ton of effort and a ton of energy, as well as the rest of the committee, Ms. Tamika Shannon and others. It was just a fantastic 3 days, and everything went off without a hitch. So beautiful job, guys. Women's Committee, rodeo night was beautiful. Wonderful time. I really wish we had left up the saloon doors. Those were really nice. Or the bull, like I, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, wonderful time. Those ladies put a ton of effort into that. So I want to give a huge shout out to Miss Angie Smith, Marion Diggins, Dusty Vigil, Shawaka Booth, and Miss Michelle Gash. So thank you so much. I know the membership really enjoyed it, and they're clamoring about the next thing. So great time, great event. Trunk or Treat is the next big thing, as well as I know we got a breast cancer walk that's coming up as well. So be on the lookout for dates and times for the breast cancer walk. But Trunk or Treat is going to be October 25th. That is from 2 to 5 here at the hall. We need, bring your kids, bring your grandkids, bring your, whoever, bring them on out. And we need some folks with trunks. So come on out. So that's 2 to 5 at the hall. And if you need help getting candy, don't worry about that. We'll help try to supply some of that, but we do need some volunteers and we need some folks to bring those trunks on out. All right, let's get into the fun part. Your favorite and definitely mine, the politics. So as far as the temporary UI goes, I know at the last meeting and the last conversation we had, I'll let you guys know that I've been invited to help formulate the laws for temporary unemployment in the state of Kansas. The second meeting went pretty well. We actually are moving along pretty expeditiously. We think that there's major progress being done. We have made some language proposals that would ultimately eliminate that look for work for all manufacturing plants and subsidiaries. So that, will still to come on what the counter is or ultimately if they agree. Then maybe it's a very short deal and we don't have to go into have any more meetings. But the point of this whole thing is to make sure that it's written into permanent law so that we don't have to do and deal with what we had to deal with this last go around, which was pretty rough on a lot of folks. There are some conversations shifting to sub pay, and I will tell you guys, these politicians have no clue, right? Like, it doesn't take much to get elected. I know we like to think of politicians as if they're like some kind of know-it-all or a deity that's above us, right? They are not. They are comprised of us. So as I would say is, they have no clue about what our issues are and what things are and how they actually affect us. So listening to someone kind of talk about sub pay and say that we should limit folks' unemployment because they receive a supplemental unemployment benefit is ridiculous. That's the whole point. That's our contractual language, and it's by definition a supplemental thing, a thing that's in addition. And to be able to try to subtract the actual unemployment for an additional benefit that's negotiated, totally ridiculous. So that is something that some of these folks are trying to do. This is what they try to do in the legislative halls. So the elections have consequences, guys. The politics matter. And whatever your personal beliefs may be and where you might align, politically, bless your heart. I try not to jam it down anybody's throat. I honestly don't. But ultimately, my job here and Leo's job here and our job is to do what's right for this membership. And there are folks that are just don't have that interest at heart. So, all right, Wyandotte County elections, Wyandotte, Johnson County, and Leavenworth as well. November 2nd, there will be a Local 31 endorsement list forthcoming. That probably will be in conjunction with Tri-County, so just be on the lookout for that. Those are all candidates and issues that have been vetted by multiple labor organizations to be what's best for the labor movement in the state and the city and county. So thanks to the CAP committee, putting in tons of work, doing their vetting, doing their process, talking to candidates, studying, and as well as the Tri-County delegates that sat in, countless hours of vetting with candidates to be able to get that done. So ultimately, guys, we got to get out and vote labor, because that's the only thing that's going to strengthen us and strengthen the power that we have right here in Wyandotte, as well as the entire state of Kansas. So far, so good for the last few years, but I want to make sure we keep that energy up, because at the end of the day, there's a direct correlation between the ballot box and the bread box, and what's been, done at the bargaining table can be taken away at the legislative halls, right? I love to take credit for that quote, but that is Walter P. Reuther. So that's what this thing's all about. So, Leo, anything before we wrap this up? No? You sure you don't have anything at all? Nothing you want to say?
I'm good.
All right?
Yeah,
All right. Well, thank you, and in solidarity forever.